Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. इजाजत है
बिस्मिल्लाह
नासिर भाई
बिस्मिल्लाह बिस्मिल्लाह
नारे तकबीर
Allahu Akbar.
नारे रसालत
Ya Rasulullah.
नारे हैदरी
Ya Ali.
Assalamu alaikum, dear respected elders, brothers, sisters and children. First of all, can you recite Surah Fatiha for Nasir Bhai, Ifat Bahi, all Mahramoon, and especially our daughter Zara Abbas.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
As Nasir Bhai usually gives me 5 minutes, so today I thought I will call this topic the longest 5 minutes.
माशाअल्लाह
Life asks death, why do people love me but hate you? Death responded, because you are a beautiful lie and I am a painful truth. Perhaps the longest 5 minutes of your life will be the 5 minutes when your soul will be extracted by the angel of death. Your entire life will play like a movie flashing before your eyes.
बेशक
Perhaps in those 5 minutes you will realize what the real purpose of your living was and how you wasted it chasing the wrong things. Perhaps in those 5 minutes you will realize why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave you life. Perhaps in those 5 minutes you will remember all the times you missed your salah because you were just plain lazy and busy doing other things. Perhaps in those 5 minutes you will know for certain if you lived for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or yourself. Perhaps in those 5 minutes you will regret every moment you spent away from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
बेशक
Perhaps in those 5 minutes you will realize you can't turn back or have another chance. Perhaps in those 5 minutes none of those things of the world that you love doing will matter. Perhaps in those 5 minutes you will be crying tears of blood, regretting the sinful choices you made. Perhaps it will be the longest 5 minutes of your life, but you have the opportunity to change it now. Take 5 minutes to ponder about your life. Take 5 minutes to renew your intention to live your life pleasing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to tread in the footsteps of his beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Take 5 minutes to make istighfar and sincerely repent. Take 5 minutes to note down all your broken relationships and then go about mending it. A simple, heartfelt sorry is all that is needed.
सुभान अल्लाह
Take 5 minutes to tell your family and friends you love them and what they mean to you.
सुभान अल्लाह सुभान
Do it now, because 5 minutes later could be 5 minutes too late.
बहुत
Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam,
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
he said, the life of this world compared to the hereafter is as if one of you were to put his finger in the ocean and take it out again, then compare the water that remained on his finger to the water that remained in the ocean. And the life of this world is nothing but play and amusement, but far better is the house in the hereafter for those who are all muttaqeen, the pious. Will you not then understand? Life is a gift. Live it, enjoy it, celebrate it and fulfill it. Salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
जल फरज बहुत
And this is the second topic called Father's love. It is sometimes narrated that on the night of the Battle of Karbala, as the dust settled, Sakina, Hussein's 4-year-old daughter, wandered about between the burning tents, her heart heavy with all that she had witnessed. She wandered into the darkness and suddenly spied her aunt Zainab, Hussein's sister. Zainab's head was bare, and she could hear her sobbing, approaching the limits of her patience. Zainab cried out for her father and fell to the ground. Sakina stepped forward to console her aunt, but as she did, a bright flash of light appeared on the horizon. The light was blinding but fleeting, and as it dissipated, a figure on horseback appeared, galloping towards her. Shrouded in shadow, the figure came closer. As it approached, Zainab stood up and reprimanded the approaching horseman. "Back!" she shouted. "Don't come any closer." But the figure continued his approach, his lush green cloak now visible in the twilight. "You know not whom you approach, rider?" Zainab insisted, but the rider continued to come closer. Now, only yards away, he heeled his horse and stepped down. Zainab, now furious at the rider, raised her fist and threatened him with all the zeal of her fallen kinsman. The rider began to remove the shroud from his face, and Zainab for a small moment felt a familiar comfort in the actions of the stranger. As the shroud of the rider came down, Zainab, overcame with emotion, rushed forward and fell into his arms and began to sob inconsolably. Sakina was perplexed. Who was this stranger that was now trying to console her aunt? Why had he arrived so late? The battle was over, and her father, uncle, brothers had all been slain. She approached, but as she did, the stranger turned to her and asked her to take his hand. She hesitated and looked at her aunt. "It is your grandfather," said Zainab carefully. "Come close to him." Sakina took a few steps towards her grandfather and then stopped. Her expression changed, and it was clear that her heart was sinking even further. "What is the matter, my child?" he asked in a soft voice. Sakina, hesitating, began to weep, but between her cries uttered, "Now I know how much fathers love their daughters. I heard my aunt call out for you just once, and here you are, tending to her broken heart. I ran to every corner of this desert, calling out your name. They were butchering my father, and I begged you to come, but you never did." 33 days later, very thin and weak and alone, Sakina died in her sleep, shackled to the cold floor of the dungeons of Damascus, clinging to the hope that she would soon see her father again. She was buried in that same dungeon. Long after the fall of Yazid, Rubab, Sakina's mother, came to her grave and placing her cheek on it, whispered, "Speak to me, Sakina, only a word. My child, speak to me." Salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad.